I'm ready.
Are you ready for the countdown, sir?
Look at George. This is his first. Look at George.
She's nervous. He talked about
I don't know if I'm nervous or excited or I just feel like
don't
this
say
is
anything until I bring your name up.
Okay.
We prepped for 3 days for this. 5, 4, 3.
What's that song? Jeremiah was a bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine. Is that the song? Have you ever heard of that song?
That sounds like the most American song I've ever heard, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, there was a song. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine or something like that. But hey, here we go. There we go.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog. I know this song.
I know this one.
All right, Seth. I sang it wrong. I sang it wrong.
I know
Babe,
this now.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
What did you do before?
Jeremiah was a
bullfrog. He went
I went deep.
He made it sound like a kid, like PBS, like kids song.
Yeah. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine, but
What's the song about? An actual bullfrog?
no. Maybe that was like a term for like
Jeremiah was a bulldog. Yeah.
ugly fat people.
A bulldog?
Or a bullfrog. I never understood a single
a
word he
bullfrog?
said, but I helped him drink his wine.
Yeah.
Maybe he had like a pet bullfrog.
That was an alcoholic.
This is kind of
really?
dark.
Yeah, it's a pretty dark song. Speaking of dark, speaking of dark and light. Speaking of both things.
Yin yang.
Khalyla and I had an experience the other night that was both dark and light.
Okay.
So she says to me, "You know about Togo?" I go, "Fuck you." That's when I don't understand something. That's my.
He said sandwiches?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I said, "Fuck you, sandwiches," kind of a thing.
I said, no, not
And
Togo
she goes,
That's what I thought.
She said, "No, it's a new movie by the Disney franchises. It's called Togo." And I go, She's like, "It's out. You want to watch it?" So obviously I looked it up.
Me too.
And it got 91% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Whoa.
And when a movie gets that high of a rating, I generally will watch it. So we turn it on. And at the end of the movie, I cried harder than I've ever cried in my whole entire life. I went into convulsion crying. Like, right? I would turn to Khalyla and then Juliana. They were all crying.
Inconsolable.
Wow.
It's just about a stupid fucking sled dog.
It's not just about a stupid fucking sled dog. It's about Togo.
I know.
I actually now with her on that.
It's not. Okay, so in 1925, Alaska, in Nome, Alaska, there was an outbreak of diphtheria, and a lot of young kids were dying in the middle of where there was an oncoming huge, like once of a decade snowstorm. There was an outbreak of diphtheria and little kids were dying, and there was no way to transport the serum from wherever it was at to this small town.
There was no way to get it
Alaska.
by train or
not by plane because of the weather.
Or car.
So now it was up to a dog sled team to travel 640 miles.
Led by the way, the Green Goblin, a.k.a. Lighthouse. Okay.
Oh, Lighthouse.
Yeah.
You threw me
So the
back.
Green Goblin Lighthouse man, right? You know what I'm talking about. Willie Defoe.
Yeah,
Defoe. Willem Defoe. Parker. Yeah, exactly.
I remember him best in Boondock Saints.
Oh.
I remember him best in Last Temptation of Christ.
I've never saw
He
that
played
movie.
Jesus.
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Very good. But anyway, so Togo is the lead sled dog, and we want people to watch it, so we don't want to do any spoilers. But it's a tearjerker, and now it inspired me. I'm pitching a sequel, Togo Part 2. I call it Togo Part 2: The Hunt.
4.
Well, Togo gets reincarnated, but this time he's in Yulin, China. Just hear me out, man. Just hear me out.
Jump to the third
He's a
act.
fast dog, man.
Jump to the third act.
No, just hear me out, man. All right.
He's gonna cry.
You're a Disney exec. Just hear me out, okay? Togo the Hunt, right?
Oh yeah.
Willie Defoe,
Love him.
love him, right?
Great.
He's gonna play an albino Chinaman,
Great. So he's
and that's what we call him in the movie, Chinaman.
Okay.
Right?
Love
hear
that,
me out. Just
love
hear me
that
out.
name.
Right, but instead of being the guy that rides the sled, you know what I mean, the sled,
Okay.
and he's chasing Togo.
Great. I love
Right.
the chase. What's wrong
And
with
Togo's
that?
so fast,
Yeah.
right? At the end, it gets real tragic.
Okay.
Yeah, because a family gets fed. But,
No.
but
No.
yes, Togo 2,
Fine.
The Hunt. What do you think?
Boo.
Boo. All right.
Your partner says boo. In the
She's my riding partner
Your
in
riding
the pitch room, and she just said boo. Well, I guess we're not going to sell this. Thanks.
This is me as a white person.
Yeah.
As a super pretend woke white person. Wow, coming from an Asian person, I would say that you're really picking the low hanging fruit with the dog eating.
And I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. And I'm tired of this. I'm not changing.
Change it.
Because that joke was stereotypical.
Yeah.
That point of view, right, was
Absurd.
very Paul Mooney-esque. But I've been listening to a lot of Paul Mooney as of late, right? It's a joke that he would have made, okay? You want to cut that part out? Cut it out.
No, I raised the
Okay.
volume up. Go be really loud.
All right. Togo the Hunt. All right. So,
I
anywho.
keep saying.
What?
Don't keep saying Togo the Hunt.
Togo the Hunt. We're
What
going to
are-
make this movie.
You know how like what's your line? What's your line with jokes? Like for me, everything is funny until animals. Like everything.
Yeah.
Like you could say anything about any human being until animals. Then I'm like, no.
Yeah, you know what reminds me? I don't know if I tell this story about the pitch. You know what that reminds me? Did I tell you that I pitched a show?
About animals?
No, I pitched a show. This is what my pitch was. So we went into, I think, ABC or something, and I said, this is my pitch. I go, it's me, and I don't have a father. I was raised by my grandfather. My grandfather and I run sort of like this rundown hotel, right? But here's the hook. It's in space. I've told you this before, right? And the executive said, bye. And we just got up and left.
But I think that executive needs to buy himself an imagination. That is such a dope
That sounds
concept.
cool. What year was this?
Probably 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I think I could. You think I could repitch it now?
Yeah.
There's
That's
I saw
so cool.
I saw a script. You familiar with this script? This pilot Bobby wrote with somebody about Pauly Shore.
What?
We were cleaning up and we found a pilot written by Bobby and some other guy, and it was about you playing yourself working for Pauly Shore, a 25-page half-hour sitcom.
Really?
Yeah.
And I wrote it? I know. I wrote it with Dave Pierre.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote it with Dave Pierre. And I used to write.
Did you pitch that?
No.
Oh.
Why not?
Because when you're young, Dave Pierre, first of all, he no longer is in comedy. But have you ever talked about Dave Pierre?
No.
I don't remember.
Okay, I have to talk about Dave Pierre.
When can I talk?
No,
I want.
We haven't introduced it yet.
Well, I will.
This is hard over here.
Yeah, it's okay, George. He wore his alligator boots for this episode. Just cut him a break.
Wow. Entitlement.
Outfit.
I'm going to talk. I had a plan to get to you, all right?
Breathe,
My
George.
God.
Breathe. Just breathe.
Just breathe through it, George.
You're fine.
Talk about Chad. You know what I mean? That's what happens with Chad.
I hate girls.
What?
I hate girls.
Yeah. It just gets like all riled up and I got to talk. Too many ethnic people are talking.
I'm not going to say a single bad thing about someone who's getting married this
All right, we're going to get to there in a second.
Foreshadow.
What was I even saying? He interrupted me.
Dave Pierre.
To talk about Dave Pierre. Davy Pierre.
Who is he? Is he from Mad TV?
No. So it was way before that. So Dave Pierre was this kid that we used to hang out with. He was a comic.
Mm-hmm.
And he was about 5'10", 5'11". He weighed 76 pounds. And he was like a skeleton. And he now is a teacher. He doesn't do comedy anymore. But he would wear a cut off like a shirt with a tie.
You okay?
Yeah, I had
One
burped.
of those burp episodes again.
And you could see his skinny arms on stage, right? and all his jokes were about being skinny. But he booked like 100 commercials in 1 year because he's so weird looking. And then one day he just calls me and he says, "I want to become a teacher."
That's awesome.
That's a
Yeah, and he no longer exists to me.
What?
Anyway,
what?
we have a very beautiful guest here.
You know, my ex was a teacher.
I know, I love Steve,
You don't know him. I just stop
but
saying.
I love him. I love the
And
stories.
stop trying, stop threatening to follow all my exes.
I
That's weird.
want to follow all of them one
Interesting.
day.
If you do that, I'll follow all of yours.
I don't care.
That's just weird. I would never. Why would I do
They're
that?
all married.
Yeah.
I know. So are
Christine
mine.
got married.
So are mine.
Sarah got married.
They all have kids now.
Jasmine got married.
I know one of them. He's awesome.
Who?
In Vegas.
Who? Oh yeah, he has like 6 kids.
But we have a very profound guest. I don't even know.
Speaking of marriages.
Speaking of marriages, we have a very profound
Profound.
guest. You know, I met him many years ago. Don't remember the day because it wasn't really that impactful the first day. But over time, he seeped into my. He's that one kid that just won't stop. You know, at school. He just wants to be a part of it. And you're like, no, nerd. You know?
Jeez.
No, but let's be real.
Did you say that? Did you say like beat it nerd to nerds?
No, because I used to hang out with them.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But I would still say beat it nerd, but I would hang out with them.
Beat it, nerd. Why are you following us?
Yeah.
Beat it.
So and then so he was working at Maker anyway. He wanted to be everyone knows the story. He became a part of TigerBelly, helped us out.
Give
And
it up, babe.
no,
You gotta give it up.
he did
for
more
the
than
guy.
help us
Come
out.
on.
No, he made it happen.
Come on, babe.
He's the best.
Yeah, I have a brother because of this.
Yep.
Oh, he's the greatest guy.
Give him a
Wow,
good
let me
intro.
get there.
I don't know. You're not starting off on a good.
All right, let's
foot
start
here.
over. This guy is like
Do it as if he was you.
Joey
real-
Santiago. Do
oh,
that-
Joey
do it with
Santiago. All right.
Try your best to find that.
All right. Let's start over. So, you know, I got called from Maker Studios to come in, right, just to talk about some ideas of doing some internet video. And the first thing I said out of my mouth is George Kimmel there?
Wow.
Yeah, and they said, yeah, but he's busy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I go, you know, I mean, the only reason why I would want to go there is because I want to work with the great George Kimmel.
Yeah.
Duh.
And they go, well, just come in. He might see him. He's busy. So I'm at Maker. I'm with the owners of the company, right? And I see George Kimmel walk by the window, and my dick got hard. I'm just being honest, right? And 3 squirts came out of my dick,
Wow.
right? But it wasn't gay. It was more like, I want to work with him.
Yeah.
Oh, emphasis.
Yeah. That's what my dick. I want to work with this guy, right?
Yeah.
So I got on my hands and knees and I begged Lisa, the owner. I go, Lisa, please, he just walked by. George comes in, right? And I just walked right up to him because I wanted to smell him.
Yeah.
Because you know when you idolize somebody for so long, you want to know everything about them, what their skin touch is like,
Yeah.
what they smell like, right? And he goes, hey, how you doing? And
How did you feel when
hey, how you doing?
how did you feel
How
in
you
that
doing?
moment he addressed you?
He goes, hello, you little one. He called me little one. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah. And I go, are you George Kimmel? He goes, yeah. Oh, I love your little silly sketches you do on the Mad TV.
Oh, the Mad TV.
The Mad.
And I go, yeah. Can I work with? We got to work with each other, and I would just jerk off at night, like George Kimmel's working. I'm working with George Kimmel. And so then he decided. He left Make he got fired. I don't know what happened, but he left Make. Yeah, he got either fired or we don't know the story.
We don't know.
George Kimmel did not get fired.
Yeah. I mean, people
He
say he
moved
got
on.
fired, but in my mind,
He did it.
he left. He went, I have had enough of this Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will not work for corporate Disney.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
hit up Khalyla
Right.
on Instagram and
Instagram.
ask to intern for
No,
Gilbert.
I'm gonna ask my cousin Bryce to hit up Khalyla.
Oh,
on
yeah.
Instagram.
Look, he came here and he did such a service because I go, you know, who could we get to produce? You know, I called Apatow, maybe he.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I called, you know, Chris Nolan's fucking, you know,
Brother,
assistant, Christopher Nolan, the director.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Chris Nolan's like, I might want to produce it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go, I know, but I'm just holding out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm holding out for the Sir. He was knighted.
Yeah.
People don't know that. Sir George
I
Kimmel.
think he's the 5th. The
Yeah.
5th.
George
The
Kimmel.
4th. The 4th.
His nickname is Horsecock.
Oh, horse.
Magoo.
That's
Wow.
true.
Well, they call him Horsecock Magoo,
Yeah.
you know, and because there's a statue in Savannah, Georgia,
Oh.
of just a gigantic horse cock.
Yeah.
You know what? In fact, I'm going to show you guys a picture of the statue that was erected on behalf
No pun
of George
intended.
Kimmel. Do you want to see it, babe?
So
I would love to.
so George Kimmel is yeah, I'd love to see it.
Yeah, go ahead, keep talking.
So George Kimmel is
There, that's a statue that was erected.
that's it. That's the statue.
What's the
I'm going to
statue?
send it to you.
Send it.
Gil.
We'll put it on. And he's getting married.
Wait.
What?
I love the build up and then it went down.
No, that's
And
okay.
that's
No, oh yeah.
climactic.
Well, you know, there's so much to say. There's so much to say, and I will continue to say. Okay, he came here, and he everything that we do, you know, is inspired by him artistically. The direction of the show, right?
Even what we say.
Even when
We're all puppeteered by
I used to get
George.
raw denim jeans. I decided I want to be like George Kimmel. I went to Gap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I would go to Abercrombie and Pinch, right? And I would be like, did you ever see this man come in here with the glasses? And oh, you mean George Kimmel?
What does he talk like?
Oh, hi, I'm George Kimmel.
I know that guy.
And I go, can I buy what he bought? Right? So he inspires me, you know. And in terms of cologne, I used to get fancy cologne.
Did you get Fierce from Abercrombie and Pinch?
No, I didn't get Abercrombie and Pinch,
Got
but
the
I
one
didn't get Fierce. Is that a cologne there?
Fierce, yeah.
No,
about the
I smell what he smells like, which is Drakkar.
Noir.
Whoa.
Yeah, I get Drakkar and Cool Water.
Wow. Very Davidoff.
Davidoff.
Very late 90s.
Yeah, I do.
And Axe. Bob.
Yeah, and I went out into the desert and I hacked a fucking snake to make boots.
Remember Curve? Did he wear Curve too?
Yeah, curved. Yeah.
Curve. Do you guys never wear Curve in high school?
Yeah. So George is Oh, let me continue. May I move on with
Yeah,
it?
yep.
So then I said, I'm thinking about expanding. You know, but I don't, and George just automatically. In fact, you know what? I just lied. I didn't think of expanding. He came up with it.
True.
He goes, you know your friend Andrew Senti, you know?
Yeah.
You know your friend Andrew Senti,
And that,
you know?
Yeah.
I go, yeah. And he goes, you should do a podcast with him. And I go, what a brilliant idea. What do we call bad friends? Wow. And so, and our highness, the king, the true king,
Yeah.
Sir Dr. George Kimmel, right, is now, there's going to be a queen.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And he is going to get married.
Wow. So we are dedicating this entire podcast to the one and only George Kimmel IV.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, guys. Can I just say I love everyone in this room?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
he's being sincere,
He's being sincere.
babe.
Take it, Bobby.
Take it.
Think about it.
You made us look at your dick before this.
No, I didn't.
I mean, your balls.
I didn't.
You asked for it.
I did. I
You
almost
asked
said,
for
can
it.
I see a little bit?
Yeah. Was that sincere what you just said? I love everyone in this
Yeah.
room.
Oh,
Yeah.
George.
That's not going to get me.
It's not going
Oh,
to get
he
him.
got
And
me.
not at all, but you know what? I get it. And I appreciate it.
You guys have given me so much. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Your family, man.
Oh my
Babe,
God.
You guys-
receive it.
I
George,
can't.
I'm receiving it, and
Receive
with
it.
that,
Receive-
with that, I am going to put on
I'm
my
gonna put
bride
this
tribe.
my bride tribe
Yep.
hat thing.
George, will you please put on your sash?
Put on your sash, please.
Put your fucking
So,
sash.
George has been a part of the company since the beginning. He produces a lot of things. He fucked up my brothers, but that's another different. That's a different.
That's a side story.
That's a side story. Yeah.
We don't talk about
They're
it.
cool now. They're cool.
Yeah, they're cool now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And
But
you know what? George was the one who brokered the deal between Ilani and Steve,
yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I was
now
at
they've
a
been
Mochi
together for
show.
4 years.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's right. So George has done a lot for my family. He's done a lot for the company. He is somebody that I have to learn to treat better. I have to learn to do that. I think I might need therapy, but I'll be completely and utterly honest with you. I do. I'm fond of you, but
Are you the Ellen of podcasting?
I think so. No, but I can at least admit it. I am fond of you, and I really appreciate the work that you do for the company.
Hey guys, we're taking a quick break to share this amazing sponsor with you.
Quip, it's for your mouth and you're gonna love it.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys, Quip. This is the honest truth. It's the toothbrush that I freaking use in my life.
And toothpaste.
And the reason why I brush more often because it's fun to brush with it. The vibration feels so good on the teeth. The bristles are so like soft, and and also it's just like I just feel like I'm getting better cleaning in it.
Without that so much. And it tells you exactly how long you should be brushing.
Yeah.
On top of that, they just mail you the replacement heads.
Yeah, it really is. Good health starts with good habits. Quip makes it easy by delivering all the oral care essentials you need to brush and floss better. The Quip electronic toothbrush has timed sonic vibrations with 30-second pulses to guide a dentist recommended 2-minute routine, and there's even sized-down versions designed for kids.
Quip also has an eco-friendly refillable floss with a dispenser you keep for life and expanding string that helps to clean in between. Quip brush head, toothpaste, and floss refills are automatically delivered on a dentist-recommended schedule every 3 months for just $5 each. A friendly reminder when it's time for a refresh to stay committed to your oral health, and shipping is free.
Join over 3 million happy customers and practice good oral care easily and affordably with Quip, starting at $25. Tell them more.
And if you get to getquip.com/belly right now, you'll get your first refill free. That's your first refill free at getquip.com/belly. Spelled getquip.com/belly. Quip, the good habits company. Enjoy the rest of the show.
That being said, I'm warming up to you still. How long? It's been 5 years?
5 years?
5
I know.
years.
5 years with this podcast.
I know.
Plus the maker time.
I know. But listen, but hear this.
So a decade?
Since
But hear me
Maker,
out.
what, 8 years?
Have you? But let me
At
say,
least,
in
yeah.
this last year though, right? Have I not called you and texted you more?
Yes, it's dropped off recently, so I feel I feel like we're going a little bit a valley right now.
But in the last year, there's been more connection between you and I.
Yes.
In terms of communicating.
Yeah, you're also different this year.
What do you mean?
We've talked about this. You're different.
How am I different?
You seem more approachable. You seem...
Oh, I feel more approachable.
More like he's willing to be friends.
and he's also willing not to put a shield up right away. With us specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I'll tell you what. That has a lot to do with the pandy, right? It has to do a lot with realizing that we're on the same boat. And also, I got sober. I went to therapy this year. My dad died. There were so many things that happened this year that made me far more appreciative of the people around me. And but at the end of the day, I have to say congratulations to you. I can't look you in the eye right now, but
Wait, I know
I do
that-
love. Let me finish.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
All right, I do love you. I do love you. Wow.
Maybe look at the camera so he'll...
Yeah.
later. He'll watch it later.
Yeah.
Look at the camera, babe.
Because he has to edit this.
I do love you. And I have fond feelings for you. You do irritate me, but that's
How? How could I irritate anybody?
I know.
I'm-
I know. Okay, you're right. It's not. It has nothing to do with you, right? I don't know what it is, but it just takes me a while. Like for instance, there was this. I'll just give you an example. It has to do with Warzone. Excuse me. But there was this
Hold on
kid.
1 second.
I don't know. That was kind of,
That was really
kind of like a cute turn on.
Oh, that'd be
That was
great.
the power down.
I would love robots to
You go
shut down like
you go
that.
anime style.
Yeah. That's really cute, baby. But there was this kid. I play with a married couple, Jacob, right, and Claire, and I forget their last name, Pablokako or something, right? But Jacob, every day he would text me, not text me, but through Instagram, direct message, "Are you on?" Or "I'm here," and for months I would ignore it. Every day. And then one day I just decided I'll play with him and his wife. And now they're one of my favorite people to play with. It just takes me a while to get people. And, it's just taken you a while, but I will always work with you. I would always, like when Joy Santiago reached out and said, I'm thinking about maybe doing a podcast. The first name I say is, maybe George can help you. He's a great producer. You know, when the Wayans brothers called me and they said, yo, oh,
You can say yo.
no, I you know what? Because I'm doing a new thing now where I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Like Urban Bobby is never going to come out again.
Oh, he's retired.
He's
Desert
retired.
Bob. Go Desert Bob.
Yeah. And
yeah.
and I went there a little bit.
You had a little moment.
I had a little yeah.
It's a short circuit. That's all that is.
No, but with this whole new society change, and and with cancel culture and what we can and cannot do, I'm still learning it, right? So it's like sometimes I'll slip back into Urban Bobby, and then I'll catch myself.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think that the reason that Bobby doesn't connect deeply or as enthusiastically with people who are very reliable and balanced and good is because people like him and I, what's familiar to us is chaos, chaotic, broken people. That's what we're attracted to because that's just what we know and are familiar with, like throughout our lives, right? With our parents or our cousins, like so much dysfunction. So I think what it is it's hard to connect with someone so earnestly good. And I think that's who you are. You've taught us so much about just being a fucking good, reliable human being. What's that face for?
Keep talking.
Do you think that might be it?
That's exactly what it is.
Why are your lips so?
No matter how, well, I haven't said this before, no matter how annoyed I am, whenever I don't get a response for 3 days about a simple question or anything else, there's nobody else I would want to work with because I think nobody's more entertaining. I think I'm drawn to the chaos, even though I am the opposite of it. And my response to anything is just I don't like being told what to do, so my response is to do things as perfect as possible. Mm-hmm. And I see other responses are to rebel, push buttons, and anything else. I mean, those are like, that's what I wish I would do. I wish I could do. Just
push buttons?
Rebel, push buttons, do what you're not allowed to do.
It's not in your nature.
If it's not in your nature, then it's not in your nature. And I also think that that's not necessarily a good trait to have.
It's in my fundamental. I mean, it's in everybody's fundamental nature.
But I mean, to push buttons, you're such a perfect person to work with creative types because you are not someone who gets in the way of their creativity. And by creativity, I mean absolute human dysfunction. You kind of just let them fly. And there are times where I'm like, George, maybe you should wrangle us more. Maybe you should give us, crack the whip and tame us a little bit more because, we've gotten ourselves into trouble. But I think that's what we love about you is that you don't get in the way and you don't try to micromanage. You just let us.
Maybe I take advantage of you.
Maybe
I take a little advantage of you. Maybe I don't look at there are a lot of things that you get me, like today. I woke up and I go, there's no caffeine in the fucking building. So immediately I call George and I go, hey dude, can you just get me some fucking, that's how I talk.
Angrily?
Yeah, I always do that.
Yeah.
Hey man, can you just get me some fucking Red Bull, man? And he goes, oh, it's already in the fridge downstairs in the.
Yeah, delivered it this morning, Bobby.
I know. That's what he says. And I go, oh man, what a good
Wanted
guy.
it to be cold for you.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm giving you the fucking compliment, man. I'm giving you the fucking compliment, man. Yeah, that's you're reliable in that way. There's a lot of things that you do for me.
But sometimes when you're too reliable, you are forgotten.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
But I don't ever want to. I don't want to have to tell say what I do or That's what I like about you guys is I don't ever have to say this is what I've done, this is what I've done, this is what I've done, because I trust you guys, so I don't have to. I prefer to just be able to be behind the scenes and do everything, and it takes so much energy to have to also praise myself. Let's get to the insults because I'm scared if this episode doesn't do well, it will hurt my self-esteem.
It will, yeah.
This will.
No, I'm trying to
tank
make
my
it so that it's
self-esteem.
not.
It's
I mean, that's
Keep
why.
saying
worst
good things.
TigerBelly ever. Yeah.
That's why I'm asking.
yeah.
That's why I'm
Let's
asking.
get to the love part. Babe, this guy is getting married. Like, I want you to give
No,
him
we're gonna
5
get there.
tips.
We will get there. We're gonna get there. I just want to now digest what you just said,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I had a specific feeling that came over me, and the old Bobby stepped in,
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
right? And I'm just like, nah, fuck that.
Okay, so, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
I
nah,
wanna hear this.
fuck that. Fuck all that, right? It's like you two are you're very lucky as well.
Oh, I know.
You get to work with the best
greatest.
comics, right, on planet Earth, right? And, you know, you slid in, right, because of your proactive nature, slid in at the right time.
That's my favorite word that you say.
What?
Nature.
Nature, right?
Nature. No, I love it.
Yeah, you
really-
slid in, right? And you're very conniving and opportunistic. That's what I'm just saying. The old Bobby came in. This is not really the new improved.
We're a team, so if I'm opportunistic, it's opportunistic for the team.
Boom. That's why George.
Yeah,
George
okay.
is.
The baby,
That's fair.
there's strategy and then there's manipulation.
That's fair.
He's all strategy.
And manipulation.
No, I think he's all
a
strategy.
little
If
bit
I
of-
was
a little
manipulating you, we would be a lot bigger of a podcast. You would have been on Rogan by now.
Oh?
You would have been on.
Or is he manipulating right now?
You know, I'm going to go on Rogan. I'm tired. No. I will go on Rogan if Joe Rogan calls me and goes, dude, are you available Wednesday? Which is what he does with everyone else.
He has asked you. You were on the list for a while.
No, he has to call me. I don't know who to call to do it, right?
Oh, I do.
No, but he has to call me. If he calls me, I'll do it. He has my number.
100%.
He's called me before. All right? So that's it. Do not call them because I don't want and also I don't want you to because I don't want, you know what I mean, me to go, oh, can I do it?
Yeah,
That's
true.
and this is what the difficulty I work with is because you refuse to call, and you refuse to go on any show that you're not asked onto, and you refuse to ask a lot of guests because you want them to ask you. And I don't know where.
Oh, really? Because I'm gonna show you my Instagram. Too embarrassing. I'll show you,
Please.
fuckface.
He's done 3 actually.
I'm gonna show you right now. You fucking tard.
He did Louis Capaldi,
Okay, so I did Louis Capaldi, and then look at this one. All right, Louis Capaldi.
Ronda Rousey.
I'm gonna read it. Zach Braff.
I love him.
Hi, long shot. Can you do my podcast Monday?
You already negged yourself. with
Nothing.
saying long shot.
Yeah, what'd you say? Long shot?
Nothing. Okay. I'll show you another one.
You should have been like, "Hi, Zach," not just
Ronda
hi.
Rousey.
Don't say.
Obviously, we know each other.
Did you say hi, Rhonda?
Hi, Rhonda.
Oh, you did say hi, Rhonda.
Bobby Lee here. Can you do my podcast Monday? It would make my heart melt. No response.
That's a good one.
All right?
Yeah.
My point is that you seem to think that I don't ask. I asked Louis Capaldo too,
Capaldo.
you know, and he did not respond. So my point is that what else do you want me to do, friend? I will ask. Okay? And I don't like being rejected. I don't like it when people don't. And you know what? I do that to a lot of people as well.
No, but I think that's what George is saying. He's always been like, let me reach out to them so you don't get rejected. And you're like, no, don't do it.
No, because I also don't want to make when people ask me to do podcasts and a producer reaches out or it goes to my agent or my manager, it doesn't feel personal. You know, if I've always wanted to do Dak Shepard's show, right? But I'm not going to ask him to do it.
Yeah.
It's his show. He should ask me if he doesn't want me. And when they don't ask me, I think they don't want me on.
Yeah. I see what
Right?
you're saying.
So that's, it's I'm not, I'm playing it fair. But I also don't want to get hurt. I'm a sensitive guy. So, if Joe Rogan called me and go, Mark Maron, you know how I did WTF? He called me 5 times in a row to do it. Mark did. And we scheduled it. I went over to his house and I did it. That's my point, friend.
I want to get to the love part.
Let's go to the love.
Yeah, we have George here. He's getting married. It's a really weird time to get married. So I want to know, coming from the king himself, what advice can you give to a newly married man? Five tips on love.
Hot tapes.
What?
Did you think she
Did
was
you ask
referring
him
to
a
me the
question?
king?
I thought you were asking him.
No, I'm asking you. What tips can you give our bachelor, soon-to-be groom, on love and life and the pandy?
Okay, always get the hot towel afterwards.
So 1, always get the hot towel afterwards. Everyone
How do
write
you
this
keep
down.
the towel hot?
Good question.
Well, you go to you get whatever, a dish rag or something,
A dish rag.
or whatever, used or not clean, whatever.
Yeah.
You put a little lukewarm water on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And while, your beautiful princess is laying on the bed,
Tatiana.
Tatiana. You either hand it to her. I've thrown it before.
Hang on.
Different ways.
Wait.
Different ways.
ways.
Yeah. Like, here, clean yourself up, lady, or whatever you might want to say,
Yeah.
right?
I wouldn't
So-
say it that way.
Or go,
would you
Madame.
like, with a British accent, say, would you like a hot towel?
Would you like a hot towel?
There we go. That
Right?
feels right. That feels right.
Because you have cum in your eyes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe do it that
Do
way.
they say come in
Yeah.
in
You
Old
have
English?
sperm in your eyes.
I think it's sperm, right? Sperm.
Yeah.
You have sperm in your eye.
Yeah.
But skeet. Try skeet.
You have skeet in your eye. Oh, I think it is
You have
skeet.
skeet
It's
in
skeet.
your eyes.
Skeet.
It's
After you're
definitely
done, can you leave?
Oh, no.
I have to sleep. Something like that. Because that's number
So
one.
that's
Okay.
number 1. Hang on one second. I have more
Hang on one
questions
second.
regarding
Number
the,
2.
the hot towel.
Yeah.
Hot towel. Follow up.
Okay, never mind.
Keep all the receipts. Keep all the restaurant receipts.
For tax purposes?
No. So that, because you're paying for all the meals, right?
Oh, I started telling her how much she cost me every
Right.
every
So
month.
that's what, but you do it subtly.
That's healthy.
You get the
Yeah. Very
receipts
healthy.
of every restaurant.
This is how much you cost me. Just know how much you're worth.
And then when she cheats, if she ever cheats on you, then you just take half of each receipt and bill her.
Okay.
Okay, number
so
3.
that's number 2.
Khalyla.
I pay.
I don't know if Khalyla.
I need to start with
Who's feeling the skeet one more
Okay.
than this one?
I mean, I just feel really dejected because I've never, in the 7 years we've been together, I have never seen a single hot dish rag.
Thrown at her or given to her nicely.
Like, not even like a t-shirt thrown at me.
Yeah.
Nothing.
What
But baby,
has-
be
what has
honest
he
with
thrown
you.
at
He
Do
just
I-
like rolls over and then farts.
No, baby, be honest with me. Do I get a lot of cum that comes out?
Skeet. Use the word skeet, please.
Well, to be fair, nothing needs to really be wiped down after because you do produce like micromillimeters.
That's what I'm-
milliliter-
Microdosing is good.
micromilliliters.
Microdosing. It's good.
Yeah, it's like a little, So yeah, I guess in that sense, no one really needs.
A hot towel.
Yeah, they need like like a quarter of a Kleenex,
Or a toilet
a Q-tip.
seat. A Q-tip. Okay.
Number 3. Number 3. All right. Number 3. Learn to sleep with your eyes open.
Ooh.
That's a very good
Ninja
one.
training.
So that when you guys, because some movie nights, you would probably suggest, let's watch Godfather or whatever, and then she's like, let's watch the new Ryan Reynolds or Ryan Gosling Singing in the Rain musical, right? You can watch it, but you could be asleep.
I would just draw eyes on top of my lids.
Do that too.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, but hang on one second before you get on to number 4 and 5, Bobby. Do you, George? Are you somebody that likes to lay down together, snuggle, and watch a movie? Are you that type?
Oh yeah.
Are most?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
I just pick
Absolutely.
a faulty one? Because I feel like I always thought most people were like that, to like watch and cuddle together. But
Yeah, we did it last night.
Well-
yeah, but you were like this.
How did it go? Not feeling it?
No, I felt.
You could just feel like he.
You describe it.
Oh,
Describe what you
Okay,
felt.
this
Describe
is-
what you felt. Yeah.
I call it atmospherics.
That's what you call it, yeah.
He will.
So
he
smart.
will say, "Okay, let's do that," but he will create such an unpleasant atmosphere.
You're
like, for
you're like the
instance, like-
aliens in Arrival. Arrival. Where they can like create
That's
their
what
own
she
atmosphere.
kept saying. You're creating atmosphere.
You're doing atmospherics because
what?
he'll be like, "Yeah, let's watch a movie." Then he'll plaster on like a fake smile, and then he'll do this, like, "Get in here."
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen him do it to you. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the whole time you can just him breathing like this, like, and so he really wants to give in to what you want, but then punish you at the same time.
So that's number 4.
That
Create
triggered me so-
atmospherics.
The atmosphere.
That triggered me
Create-
so much because usually we're good at cuddling
Yeah.
when we're at home, but over the New Year's we were out camping and we were in the back of my truck trying to watch Toy Story, and instead of watching it normally, like sitting it in between you and you just like have pillows behind you on an iPad, she was like, no, I'm going to watch it over here and you have to watch it behind me. And I was just stuck staring at the back of her head.
Good woman. Good woman.
And what were you thinking the whole time?
I was like, there's no way to make this comfortable. She's not thinking about me at all. This is New Year's. And then I just pretended to sleep, like to take a nap. And then I was just she was like went to the fireplace and was chatting with my cousin's wife, and I was just like, it's New Year's. Get up and forget about it because it's not worth it for just Toy Story. Yeah. And I was so mad. The whole
interesting.
It took me.
But did you create atmospherics, George?
Yes.
Did you?
I had great atmospherics, and then she ruined them by turning over and.
Were you breathing fire to the back of her neck like he does to me?
No, I was trying not to. I just rolled. I was like, I'm tired. I rolled over and then just. Don't ruin New Year's. And it took me like 3 weeks to tell her like how mad I was after that.
You need to process.
You're somebody that holds it in. He's kind of similar, I guess.
I hold it in.
Yeah, it's not good to hold it in.
Yeah,
a lot of guys hold it in.
Oh, it was a lot better than ruining New Year's.
Really?
Oh, I waited until I dissipated. If I'd done it then and told her how mad I was, she would have been like, you're just supposed to watch it with me.
But I feel like it sounds ridiculous 3 weeks after when you're trying to explain your rage and you're like, 3 weeks ago when we were watching Toy Story?
If you look at I'm never watching Toy Story again. It was Toy Story 3. That franchise is ruined for me.
But the reason why I don't say it is because I just let it pass because I don't want to react in the moment because whatever I'm feeling in the moment isn't necessarily real, right? I have to kind of step away from the incident and go and just kind of go, it's not that big of a deal. But if I react in the moment, right, then it will cause a fight, right? Something that I could have avoided, right? So, I mean, a lot of it has to do with that.
But you holding it in, does it become a fight later on then?
No, it never does. It just becomes, usually it becomes an incident where I'm like, yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal.
And it's never that big of a deal. It never really is.
Sometimes
but I
it
think
is.
that sometimes, at
Sometimes
least
it
for
is.
me, like, what's the biggest deal like you've ever? The Mochi. We could talk about the Mochi.
Sometimes it is.
Yeah.
That,
The Mochi was a big deal.
Was it?
yeah, he wanted to break up with me over Mochi.
I didn't want to break up with you during.
Well, that's what you said.
I let
No,
you
I know.
Khalyla's story.
No.
You straight up said I contemplated leaving.
No. But there is for that one incident.
Yeah.
I went. That's crazy. I got yelled at, and that was crazy. So I go into a thing. It's like, is it worth it?
I had bought Mochi to give away to friends,
Thank you.
right?
You got some?
Nope.
Okay.
Yes, you did.
I did. He's the way he was asking, but it's not.
Oh, you didn't, George.
I was trying to help you out.
Yeah.
Well, but
You
you
got this
wait.
fancy. Okay, let me tell the story.
Good job.
Let me tell the story.
I've heard about this Mochi.
You can tell your
Sasha
version
Grey
of it.
got it.
No, there's
Esther
only
got
one
it,
version. There's only
Gilbert
one
got
fucking.
it, Bobby got it.
Sasha Grey got it. Esther Pavinsky got it.
Yeah.
Everyone
I
got
got.
it. Gilbert got it. Everyone got it except you.
Anyways, continue.
So, obviously people know Khalyla's best friend that she grew up with, Jessica.
Who?
You know who Jessica is, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
girl
Yeah,
before
she-
Tatiana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you die and they look at your heart, there's going to be a black spot on the tip of your heart. That's Jessica.
in Korean characters, yeah.
Okay. So,
Shinji.
Shinji.
yes, it's Shinji.
Shinji.
All right. So, Jessica's brother's wife is an extremely good baker, and she created a baking
Oh,
company.
amazing.
And she makes mochi products, Asian desserts.
Rice blossoms.
The
Tok,
rice
yeah.
cakes.
And I'm telling you, because we get shit from Japan, it's up there. It's legitimately, ask anyone that we've given the right.
Yeah,
Amazing.
me. George, it was
Yeah,
delicious.
ask anyone but George who's had it. It's fucking amazing, right?
Everyone but yourself.
So one morning, I wake up and I go, I hungo, right? I open the refrigerator
Yep.
and I see 5 boxes of that mochi.
Nice.
So I'm like, I'm going to eat one now because there's 5 boxes in there. And I pulled one out, and there was a couple of other boxes that this one was holding up. so the other boxes kind of slid down a little bit, and as I pulled this one out the box, the mochi slid, and on these mochi balls, there's really these little decorations, right?
Very pretty.
Very
And it's very delicate, and the decorations got all fucked up, right? And then I'm holding it and going, oh, decoration's fucked up. Oh well, I'm gonna eat one anyway. And then she comes around and she screams at me. You fucked it up. You fucking asshole. Those are supposed to be gifts, right? You fucked up my that mochi. And it was just on and on about that.
It was at the heels of him fucking up my sister's birthday cake. So I had ordered.
With you and pastry fucking up.
Man, fuck, that's another one.
So you know how like he gets really mad at Rudy for fucking up his
I brought it
delivery?
That's not.
Well, he fucks up my delivery. So for my sister's birthday, I ordered from Junior's.
I didn't.
Junior's in Brooklyn.
Okay. Ooh,
And
nice.
so
I
yeah.
did not know that. I don't know what it was.
I am going to show. In fact, we're going to put a video up of what the cheesecake looked like
right,
when
okay.
Bobby handled it.
All right,
so
so-
he also handled the mochi in a very similar fashion to where like I was just like, you know, it's a very delicate treat and it's so pretty the way it's boxed, and it just looked like ball on top of balls by the time he had clawed into it. So I freaked out, and it was honestly all my fault. Genuinely my fault. And I apologized. Maybe like 5 minutes after screaming, I was like, oh my fucking God. And then what did I do? I cooked you Spam and then eggs and then rice and then made you fresh juices. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
This is Hawaii.
But I'm just saying, in that moment, though,
Yeah.
there was a moment where I was just like, I did not know that they were for gifts. No one told me anything. You know, I'm getting yelled at for no reason at all. You know, the other one, the cheesecake, is we can argue, we can go to court for that one.
We'll go to court for
because
that
I have
one.
my own point of view about that.
Do we need
But
to?
it's one of those things that I feel as though like if you don't snap your fingers in front of his face and then say, hey, commit this to memory, do not drink this, or do not, like for instance, like yesterday, I've told him this over the years, don't put bottled drinks inside the freezer because they will explode.
You do that?
For 7 years, I've been telling him this, right? He puts this fucking high-pressured bottle of beet juice inside the freezer yesterday,
Because I like the way it tastes when it's frozen.
and the whole thing just explodes into like glass
I had no
shattered.
idea.
And then he goes on, he just puts it all in a bowl with a broken glass, and he's like, I'm still gonna have it. And I freaked out, and I was like, no, you're gonna ingest like glass particles, and then you're gonna like freaking injure your esophagus. Like, you don't do that. Like, who?
I'm not a scientist. I'm not a biologist. I don't know these things. Right? I thought, how could beet juice beat glass?
Beat class.
How can beet juice beat glass? And I realized beet juice in ice form can beat glass.
Now you know.
So for me, I learned through experience.
So 2 a.m. Bobby, Bobby, don't do it, don't do it. And then he's just there with a bowl of beet juice like
Yeah,
this. And at
I
the point
did
where I was
bite
like-
into it, and there was a piece of glass.
Oh.
Yeah.
and then he swallowed it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then
I'm fine.
He didn't admit to that until early this morning. He was like, you guys, I have something to admit. I did have some of that beet juice, and yes, there was glass. I did swallow glass.
Okay. So,
And I feel responsible for having yelled at you for the mochi, and I still feel horrible. And I'm so sorry, George. Do not yell at your spouse
5.
over mochi.
Rule number 5: do not yell.
Do not
yeah,
yell.
that's it, yeah.
Not over mochi.
Yeah.
That's not an important part of life.
so when's the day, dude?
Wait, hold on. That's 5?
Yeah, let's make it 5.
Let's make it. Let's round it
Because I
up.
can't think of anything else. Now, when's the date?
For Friday.
This Friday.
Yep.
Wow. And you're gonna do it at the court?
Well, the court actually called while we were in a car together, and they said we're not going to do it in this beautiful, historic courthouse in Orange County. It's now at Honda Center in the parking lot.
Okay.
And I was trying to convince her, like, hey, it's memorable.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a
and
good
nobody else.
It's a good story.
And she was like, I am not getting married in a parking lot through glass at a ticket counter.
Oh.
Ooh.
So we're just going to do it on the beach. We're going to pick up the papers and do it on the beach.
That's better.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you
Although down the line, that other option of through the glass at the ticket counter, far more memorable story.
Oh, I would. Doesn't work. It's not going to work. I've learned a few things. When you hear it 3 times, just
but why
pay
can't
attention.
you wait?
Because we don't know how long it's going to be.
Wait, what do you think marriage, the process of getting married entails, babe? Do you think that you're officially married when you walk down the aisle? Because there's paperwork.
Yeah, I know there is, and I'll fill it out.
Okay, I want to know what you think, how it goes. Okay, you and I are getting married, and you plan it. I have
I
nothing
have to
to
play.
do
You
with
have
it.
nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
Oh,
who do
here
you
we
call?
go. I would first. Well, I mean, the truth be told, I would first call. Aside from you, I would call my manager.
Abby, yeah.
I go, "What's up, Ab?" She's like, "What's up?" I'd be like, I'm getting married. Congratulations, sweetie. And I'd be like, how do you do it?
That's actually
Right? That's what I would actually do.
Uh-huh.
And so if she goes, well, you're going to have to figure it out on your own. So then what I would do is then I would probably Google it.
smart.
What do I do? Right?
What would you put into that type box?
What's the first step in the marriage process?
Okay.
Something like
you have
that.
to put Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles, California.
Yeah.
So I would probably, I could get it by the city the way you're doing it, where we can go to a government office or someplace,
Yeah.
stand in line, right, with and get a marriage certificate,
Oh wow. Okay.
right?
What you
Yeah.
And then they'll probably make me fill out a bunch of paperwork,
Yep.
and all that stuff. She'd probably have to come with me to fill it out as well, and then we set a date, I guess, when that happens. Okay, so February 19th, you guys come back, and that's when we'll do this actual ceremony.
I think that's
If-
close enough.
If you do it that way,
Really
or
celebration is separate.
but that's not the way I want to do it. What I want to do it is I want to get. How do you get the priest?
That's
You don't-
for a real ceremony.
Yeah, how do you get a real ceremony?
You just find one that you like. It doesn't have
So
to
you
be
call? Oh, I would call.
get a friend to be
yeah,
get a,
ordained.
Oh, no, I would call that guy from New Mexico that we know.
Oh, Pastor Gil.
Pastor
Pastor Gil.
yeah.
I would call I have his number. I'd call Pastor Gil and go, I want to get married.
Yeah.
Can you be the guy?
Yeah.
And he'd be like, what guy? The priest guy.
Pastor.
Yeah.
To have pastor do that. Are you licensed?
Yeah.
He'd say, I'm licensed. So then I'd go, okay, so I want to do it April 16th. It's a Tuesday. Why a Tuesday? Because that's when all the comics aren't on the road.
So it's around their schedule.
Right?
It's important to you that all comics show up.
I've already talked about it before, but yes.
Okay.
Okay. Hey everyone, we're taking another quick break to share one of our favorite sponsors that we use all the time.
BetterHelp. BetterHelp. BetterHelp is one of my favorite things to endorse because it's something that I use personally. It's changed my life. It's like so convenient. It's counseling and therapy, so convenient. Is there something interfering with your happiness or is preventing you from achieving your goals? BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating in under 48 hours. Continue, baby.
It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It is professional counseling done securely online. There is a broad range of expertise available, which may not be locally available in many areas. The service is available for clients worldwide, though. You can log into your account anytime and send a message to your counselor, which I really, really love. There's also a journal feature.
She's used this before, and so has
still do.
Juliana, and
I
so
still
have
do.
I. We love it. Continue, baby.
BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches so they can make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. Tell us more about it.
Flat face.
BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. Visit their website and read their testimonials that are posted daily. Visit betterhelp.com/belly. That's better, H-E-L-P, and join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they're recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. Special offer for TigerBelly listeners. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/belly. Enjoy the rest of the show. Bye.
George, this is also your wedding week, and we should talk about your wedding, not this fake wedding that we might have. In
Who's
the
going to
future.
yours?
Her parents and sister, then my cousin, and then cousin Bryce, cousin Doug's wife, and then Andres and his wife.
What are you guys? Wait, hang on. What are you gonna wear?
that what he's wearing.
I've got a tux coming that hasn't arrived. It was supposed to arrive last week.
And then is she gonna be in is Tatiana gonna be in a full garb?
That was my
Who's
one.
Tatiana?
Tatiana.
That was my one rule. If we're doing courthouse, she was ready to be casual. I was like, nope, honey, we're gonna go all out if we're gonna do in courthouse.
Wow.
I'm doing 3-piece tux. You're doing a real dress.
Now, did you guys think that George would be the first of us to get married?
Yeah.
Anyway, congratulations, my friend. Oh boy, what a new phase in your life.
Yep, I'm excited.
I'm enjoying it. Unhelpful advice, or
Let's do it.
Unhelpful advice with Bobby, Khalyla, and George T. Kibble.
Getting right into it. My partner of almost 10 years cheated on me with a married man.
Oh, Lord.
shit.
It started pre-COVID earlier this year, and I recently found out. She's not asking for forgiveness, but despite coming clean to me with her infidelity, she's selfishly asking me to keep the situation between us and publicly make it look like we broke up because we fell out of love.
Oh.
Yep. Would you guys like the context or just go to the question?
Yeah. I like context.
For context, we both fell in love with each other in college, and despite having a kid at an early age, we were both optimistic in having a good future for our family. After graduation, I initially took on getting a job alone while she stayed at home to take care of our daughter. She is a loving mother, a person with good morals, and probably the best partner I've ever had. After a few years, she told me that being a stay-at-home mom is no longer working out for her. She told me she doesn't want the college degree she acquired to be wasted and proposed the idea of working abroad with her sister. Despite telling her that I opposed the idea of her being separated from our child, I still gave her blessing to work overseas because I don't want her to feel like she's a caged bird. We had constant communication and oftentimes are happy despite our distance. I am completely aware of the possibility of seeing other men, but my trust in her was unbreakable because I knew her as a strong woman with deep moral virtues. Fast forward to now, she's still working abroad for a year and a half, only flew back home for a month in between that time. I noticed changes in the way she talked to me. And together with other factors, I finally had the courage to ask her if she was seeing another man, which brings my story to a full circle. We already had plans for marriage this year, but I'm convinced that we should end our relationship and just focus on being parents to our daughter. The chances of us being friends are slim to none. I'm sickened to the core, to my core beyond belief. Questions: being a victim, should I let her go knowing her actions didn't lead to her facing huge consequences? And second question: should I seek justice and give her the consequences myself?
Oh man,
George,
that scenario. May I weigh in?
you may,
Yes.
Number one, okay, it's done.
Yeah. It's done.
It's done. Number two, for me, this is the perfect scenario to reinvent yourself, because revenge. I'm a revenge guy.
Oh, we know.
You know I'm a revenge guy, right? If if she did that to me, if I found out that she cheated, I'll be like, that's cool. And if she says, can you not tell anyone? I won't say anything.
No, but
I would do everything I can.
I already know you. I would expect punishment in broad daylight. And
No, I would not.
I'd be okay with it. I'd be like,
I
you know
would
what,
not.
I fucked up.
No, I would not punish him, but I would improve myself, right, to the point where it's gonna hurt you. That would be my goal, is to make her feel guilty for doing that to me. So I would get buff, right? I'd become an action star.
She turns on CNN. You're
Right.
talking to Don Lemon.
You know,
He's asking you about race
I become a yoga guru, right? I become a health nut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That would just reinforce the need to break up, because if it took the lack of love for you to get better, then you're not someone that I want to be.
All right. She always has a
good.
fucking comeback.
It's like Cindy. She's good.
She's so good.
I can't.
All right.
Anyways, no. But what I was gonna say is,
Fuck.
Where was your love,
I think
Bobby?
that's the natural urge to be like, no, I'm gonna fucking get her back in this way, or I'm gonna serve justice. But you are no one's teacher in this life. We just are not. We don't have that much power. The power that's going to teach her is going to be circumstance after this relationship is long over. And you're not going to be the one that's going to hold that lesson over her head. I would graciously bow out. I would be kind to her. I would raise that child together. And I think that is the best revenge, to see exactly what a decent, amazing human being that you are. And for her to date the next fucking dickhead and be like, God damn it, fucking Derek was a gem, like compared to this dickhead. Like, I think that there are many times in my life where I wanted to do just that because I was young and I wanted to like seek revenge. In fact, I cringe at the fact that like I even posted, remember in MySpace, there were like blogs, like you had your own bulletin board and you would write your own like blogs and stuff. I wrote one called Dear Whore. Like it was so horrible, but it was basically a letter to all the women that my ex had cheated on me with, who knew that we were in a relationship together. And also a letter to him. They were all like, because I was young, I was 22 and heartbroken.
Oh, dear whore.
Dear whore.
Because I thought deer whore, but I thought of actual deer. like a deer with like
a reindeer.
A big fucking loose pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So deer whore.
Yeah.
D-E-A-R.
Dear whore. Anyways.
Sorry, my bad.
The whole
Continue.
time thinking of deer.
Yeah, I'm like deer whore. What?
And I still to this day really, really, really deeply dislike him. But it's just not, he is a kind of a bastard. Like, I'm not going to be the one that'll change his bastardly ways. Like, it ain't me. I'm just happy to be out of it.
I'm a good dude.
Not you, babe. You are a good dude.
I'm just letting you know.
I'm letting you know you're a good dude.
I'm a good dude.
You're a good dude.
Okay.
You know what I love about you?
Atmospherics.
You know what I absolutely love about you?
What?
You are the first person in my entire life of dating that has never, during a big fight, has never belittled me, put me down, or called me names, or has ever been verbally abusive to me. Even in you're being such a fucking bitch, you've never even said that. Like, outside of this, you say it on the podcast jokingly, and that's why I take it well on here, is because I know that you never say that outside of here. And even the nicest guy I dated before you, and they're all nice, in their heated moments, they've had a slip of the tongue or said some things where I'm like, ooh, that shit like hit deep. You don't do that. You don't play dirty. And I love you so much for that.
Is she a good woman?
No.
Okay. Anyways, moving on. George?
My answer, I think, be nice.
Thanks
but
for
just tell her
listening.
you're never gonna.
Let the man speak. It's his wedding week.
Thanks for listening.
Babe,
Just tell her you're never gonna. You'll choose if you tell the world whatever you tell her. Just tell the world if you want to tell the world. So let the lady just sit in like the not knowing if
Okay.
get exposed or not.
Oh, you're going for
I see what you're going for. You're going for
Okay.
Yeah, you're going for the incognito suffering.
Didn't hear ya.
Yep.
That's still revenge. No way.
Didn't
That
hear
is
ya.
revenge.
But you can choose to you can choose to do it if you want or
Right on.
Take Khalyla's advice, everyone. That was a good one.
That's a good one.
I don't know.
Hey,
Wow.
pal.
What a guest.
What a guest.
You're
Well, the
my
numbers are going to be
favorite.
high on this one.
Oh, but you sabotaged this. I told you it was going to be a good one, and I did not get to.
Did you hang on a second, George? Did you have talking points prepared?
I purposely did the podcast this way, right? So that it wouldn't do the numbers.
No, come on.
No. I purposely kind of held back a little bit. I think there was still some interesting moments in the podcast.
Yeah, you had some
Just
good
enough.
stuff. You had
Just
some great stuff, Bobby. I had, I think, not very much. Not very
No.
much. I'm,
So should we title this podcast "Bare Minimum" with George Kimmel?
bare minimum.
Bare-
Yeah,
that's
that's
it.
exactly what
The
it
bare
is.
minimum
After
of George Kimmel.
You know, after 255 more episodes, I'll get another chance, guys, for the big time. I'm waiting.
You can
for
come
it.
back
Yeah,
on
yeah.
when you have a kid.
Yeah.
Wow, thanks for listening to another episode of TigerBelly. I love you guys so much. We have a Patreon. Check that out. We do vlogs.
We do vlogs.
Yeah, Khalyla and I are going to go to the desert. So if we die in the desert, God bless you. But think of us.
We will.
But we're going to the desert tomorrow just to take a little vacay. And I really appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. And one day, I'll maybe go on the road one day and meet y'all. But I thank you for being with us during this pandemic, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much for listening. Good night.
And thank you guys, everybody
Okay,
who on
good
Reddit
night.
has said, like, I can't wait. They should interview George. He should be in the seat. I'm sorry I disappointed you, but to everybody who I said no, that's a bad idea too. I was right. So shoot, man,
Why did you?
I'm gonna come back in here and record one all by myself just for redemption.
What did you want to say?
I wanted to be more interesting.
What did
and you just
you
imagine.
didn't do it.
You imagine yourself if you're on these.
Stop. You have to. Listen,
in this hot seat, and you always imagine yourself doing a lot better than
You don't think that I've ever...
Oh, I fought over Toy Story.
You don't
That's
think
not like the story.
I know, but you don't think that
I'm going to go down as my history.
We're gonna clip.
Ooh, the Toy Story
don't-
one.
hey, fuck.
I fucking crushed it. I still remember you guys arguing over IKEA dishes and dogs, and like an argument like outside of like Parp's Barbecue or something from before, like just the audio only ones where you were yelling at each other across the street. I was like, I can find something in here in my 40 years of history that's as good as that.
It's okay, man.
No,
you're
nothing.
Your voice is cracking.
But thank you for being here. My assessment of your performance today on the podcast is a 7.
Wow.
Out of
100.
I always get caught with that one. I always get me with that one.
No, yeah.
I hate that joke so much.
it's the best joke. It's such a good
very
joke.
good joke.
All right, guys.
Thanks for listening, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
What's up, everyone? Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors, Quip and BetterHelp, and also the TigerBelly Patreon. To get your electric toothbrush with sensitive sonic vibrations, go to getquip.com/belly right now. You'll get your first refill free. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. Special offer for TigerBelly listeners. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/belly. Also, Celeb King, the Patreon is better than ever with more diverse rewards and an ever-expanding community of people like you. You can check it out by signing up at patreon.com/TigerBelly. We've got vlogs, we've got some random audio clips, some things for you guys to download. And that's really exciting. That's coming up that we're prepping is the TigerBelly singing competition. Check our Instagram and our social media. We'll be posting some more details about that ASAP. Guys, get your questions to TigerBelly by emailing us at adviceunhelpful@gmail.com. We're looking for interesting, unusual, non-typical problems, and we need your help as much as you want ours. That's adviceunhelpful@gmail.com.